Well, a very good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another Flight Deck Sim live stream. Today it's the 25th of September 2024. It's 4 minutes past 9 in the morning here in the United Kingdom. We're back in X-Plane 12 in the IXEG 737-300. It's been nearly a year since we last flew it. I reinstalled it because I got in contact with Mango Sound Studios, who have very kindly sent me over their sound pack for this aircraft as well. And if you do have the IXEG and are interested in this sound pack, it is on a 15% off deal using the code FlightDeckToSim or FD2S in checkout until the 28th of September. So it's a very generous offer if you have the IXEG and you want to use these sounds. Anyway, because of this unusual time for streaming for me, I thought we'd head over to Australia. We're going to be is it Western Australia, the state's called? I can't remember off the top of my head, but we're in Broome here, flying westbound to Karratha. Is that pronounced correctly, my Australian friends? I don't know. A flight of around an hour and 5 minutes. Hopefully no sim issues and no second sector, because I've had a duty change last night and I actually need to report for a 4-sector day about 2 hours after the stream, so I've got an hour window at least. I'm all ready to go to work anyway. But yeah, I was like, don't change it again to another earlier flight. But yeah, it's I'll try and send some pictures later for my duty. I was meant to be at the sim today, but they needed a training captain out on the line. But yeah, it's going to be fun. The sounds are pretty epic. I had a little trailer just before the start of the stream, so you could actually get a little idea of how it sounds like as well. And the IXEG, I think it's a nice add-on. I don't know how active it is with development. I think the last update was a number of months ago, but we've not flown this version. I had a little play of it yesterday, not completing a full test sector, but it seemed to be handling well. There's a few quirks, I think, with the FMC here and there, but yeah, we'll see how we get on with it today. Who we got here in chat? We've got Yoons Bawley. Morning, y'all. Warm greetings from rainy Libreville in Gabon. Nice to have a stream showcasing a classic aircraft. Thank you very much, Yoons. That's a long way away from here. Are you sitting in your uniform today? No, I've got jeans and a white t-shirt. I did consider it. No, I didn't consider it at all. I think, what a prat. I'm not one to wear a uniform while streaming. Thank you very much if that's that suggestion. James, at least FPS shouldn't be an issue with the lack of cities to load in. No, smooth. This is capped at 60 FPS, which I'm getting today. Oh yes, Stratocast. Disappointed with what I've seen of the 707 so far for Microsoft Flight Simulator. Yes, I had a look at a few videos and it's a bit poor. But no, I think it's aimed at it's like a light version, but I think the textures need a bit of work. If you want me to go and get it, guys, and fly, I will absolutely do that for a bit of fun. But it won't be until the weekends, because I'm working all this weekend. Sorry, I'm working all this week. It's only my second day at work. We've got Longcat here, who's an actual 737-300 classic pilot, so he's going to hopefully give me a few tips here and there. None of that computerised nonsense. They're all steam gauges today, and I've got the steam gauge option selected here as well. Stefan, if you use the command !PC in chat, you'll be able to get all the PC specs of my build as well. Orangs is here, says Mango Sounds, let's go. Absolutely. Scarlet great to see a stream at 1 AM Canada time. Yeah, I know. I mean, it probably won't get as many people watching today, but I do occasionally like to stream at these sort of times to allow you guys to see it, and it suited my schedule very, very well. Anyway, let's now zoom on into the cockpit. We are live. Oh, look at that transition. So smooth. We are live on VATSIM. There is some ATC here as well, so that would be quite cool to get out of Broome here. It's very much a procedural airport. There's no ILSs anywhere we're going to today. We're going to try and fly an RMP approach into Karratha with vertical speed as the pitch mode, because Longcat, the 737-300 classic pilot, told me that VNAV is not used for approaches in this thing. It's very archaic. It's when it was sort of introduced really to the 737 series. 737 sim pilots here as well. Morning, 4 AM in Florida right now. That is very early. Not great for guys in the US to watch this stream as well. Super cool. Do not support AH by getting 707 in its current state. Oh dear. Who's AH? Is that the developer? I don't know. I don't even know what that stands for. Right, let's get the... Ooh, just turn the music down here. Get the show on the road. So, battery on. And these sounds straight away off the bat are all from Mango Studios. It basically it changes the entire sound pack. There we are. GPU's on the bus. Electric hydraulic pumps we can turn on. Landing gear lever. Oh, it's been ages since we've flown this. It's a really, really nice cockpit in here as well. The landing gear lever is down. We have 6 green lights. Then check all the aircraft's documentation. Let's check the squibs. Discharge lights on the classic illuminator looks like that as well. It's a bit different to the NG. So fault view detector in op. And we've got overheat detector on the master caution as well. Fire test. 3 fire warning lights, engine overheat, wheel well, bell sounded, and I think because of the way I move the camera it turns the switch off automatically. So that's done. Emergency exit lights armed, put the seatbelt sign on. Now just to show you here, here's our flight plan. 1 hour 5 minutes, and we're going to take we'll take minimum block fuel because the weather's really nice here. There's no VATSIM events, and that should do us fine. And what I did before the stream, all the stuff here for the IXEG is on the left. If you go to pre-flight, you can see I've loaded that fuel already. If you've got your best eyesight, you'll be able to see 6240 on board, 6081, but I've absolutely packed the aircraft. We can't get any more in here regarding our weight. The maximum zero fuel weight is 49.7, and I've taken 49 tons. So you know we've got a bit of wiggle room, but I've loaded up the cargo holds, and the maximum amount of passengers have boarded as well, which is 102. So every seat is occupied on the aircraft. So nice heavy 737-300. Excuse me a second. Good, so that's done. Working our way down here. Flaps are up, which match the indicated position. Latest air rack is installed in the FMC, which I did last night. Radio tuning panel's all set. We'll go over to VHF1 to make sure my push-to-talk button's working, actually. Yeah, it is perfect. Frequencies are all set, so very similar to the NG. You've got your nav1 and nav2 boxes here as dials with no standby window. And then the radios are here, so we'll tune up the ATIS on standby, and we'll put the tower on box 126.0. There you go. So that's now active, and I'll just make sure the volume's turned up on Nextpilot, which it is. So that's all set. What I really like is because the EFIS panel is down here, it's in a very awkward position. You'll see if I manipulate the EFIS, look, it brings up the window for the ND briefly for a second, so you can sort of see what you need to do there, which is quite cool. That's all done then. Gear extension door checked, circuit breakers are in. There's no voice recorder switch on the Classic, I don't think. So flight recorders tested, Mach airspeed warning test. I love that. IRS to nav. I had a fun day at work yesterday. We had an IRS fault during the startup, so I put the IRS to nav. We got a line, and after 30 seconds the fault light illuminated, and yeah, it was kaput. The engineers came on board and they tried to fix it. Couldn't do it, so they ended up changing the whole IRS unit. I was quite impressed with it, and I saw it. It was basically the size of a shoebox. But yeah, they tried to fix it, but it was a terminal issue. Now, thankfully, that happened on stand. You don't want that to happen in flight. And we're trying to explain to operations, because you can dispatch with one IRS in operative, but you've got no autopilot. You've got to fly in daytime VMC, and well, everyone in the UK would have seen what the weather was like. And I was line training a cadet, and it was his first ever day line training. So I was like, yes, ops, I can dispatch, but I can't avoid clouds. I've got a 2.5 hour flight with a day one cadet who's got about 50 minutes flight time on the NG, and there's a few other caveats as well. So yeah, don't go. I'm like, oh, okay. So they had to fix it or find a spare. So yeah, it was pretty good. Not had that before. Right, that's all done. Story time over. Oh, I think the alignment's complete. I think I got it on some sort of fast alignment setting. Yeah, okay. So that's all done. I'll just leave the fist onto map by default. There we are, map. We'll select airports on. Perfect. So let's grab the weather now, and then we can continue loading the FMC. Yeah, the cockpit. And don't forget, this is like an old add-on. The textures are really, really nice, and the cabin's not bad as well. You know, I've set up all my views here, but I think I'm stuck in the window. But if I go to the other view, you know, it's not bad at all for the age of the aircraft. And I think it had a lot of updates when it came to X-Plane 12. Perfect. Let's grab the ATIS and see what's what with the weather. Okay, sounds like, unless I'm doing something silly, which is probably true, I'm not getting the ATIS through.
Broome terminal
there we go.
information, India. Wind 270 degrees.
No, unfortunately, I doesn't control the volume like in the mods.
Cab OK. Temperature 29er. QNH 1009er.
Hot, 29 degrees, wow.
On first contact with Broome Tower, notify receipt of information, India.
Perfect, so information India.
Time check 0814 and a half.
Perfect. Skylar, have you seen the new weather radar? Someone posted about that, and that would be quite cool. There's just limitations with weather radars on desktop simulators, because if you're on VATSIM or Iveo online, not everyone's going to have the same report, so if you're trying to avoid weather, it's going to be different, so there are some limitations with its use. Oh, I don't know what's happened to the ATIS, it's gone quiet, but I've got it on text, 27011, so winds down the runway, clear skies, CAV OK, 29 degrees, QNH is 1009, which I set before the stream. Ahead of the game. Oh, we've got ground online as well now, crikey, we've got lots of ATC. So we'll tune ground, and we'll now load up the FMC. So, first page IDEN, latest air rack installed, 1.5.2 is the latest version of the IXEG 737. We're in Broome, which is Yankee Bravo Romeo Mike. Oh, now that's a glitch. It should overwrite the scratch pad instead of saying that with the position. GPS left. There we are, so the IRS alignment's complete. We're going to Karratha. I think that's not pronounced correctly, but Yankee Papa Kilo Alpha. I think I missed it in chat when someone suggested it. We'll do it manually today because it's not much to type in. Alpaca 73 Alpha. Now you noticed on the top there I'm missing my overlay. That's because there's a plugin here that you need for the IXEG, which comes installed called Gizmo, and that is it doesn't work with XP UI PC installed, which is what I need for the overlay on the top. So I had to uninstall the plugin for the overlay. Otherwise it blocks and breaks the IXEG, for example, the thrust levers don't move. So unfortunately no overlay today. So I'll keep you posted with my flight information. So no SIDS, runway 28, and it's going to be some sort of omnidirectional departure. We'll now type in our routing. So I'll bring the flight plan in over here so you can see it. Just making this probably a little bit bigger for you. Oh, I don't think I can. Oh, I can. There we are. So there we are. It's going to be direct to Broome, which is, I think, was that on the airport? I think it is. So I'll type in Bravo Romeo Mike anyway, just to get the airway points. That's the DME station. So Bravo Romeo Mike, Juliet 93 to Car, which is directly over the airfield, but we're going to fly an RNAV approach today. Vince, thank you, 34 months as a member. Nice to... I need to head off soon, but we'll catch a replay tomorrow. Enjoy Western Australia. Thank you very much, buddy. Thank you very much for your full support too, and enjoy the rest of your day, sir. Thank you. Hello, Felix. Hope you're doing well. Good morning to you, the developer of the amazing 747-200, which I actually am yearning to fly again. So I hope you're doing well, buddy. Nice to see you. Right, so how this routing works, if I bring up Navigraph, the star terminates at Kilo Alpha. Well, there is no star, the routing terminates here, but we're not going to route that way. So what we're going to do is fly the RMP-26. Now, I put Kilo Alpha in the box, but what we're going to do now is select the... we're expecting straight in today. So RNAV RMP-26, so let's select that via PAKEB. Execute, but we need to modify the routing now because obviously at the moment it's going direct to Kilo Alpha, so this is where it's a bit tricky manipulating everything, because I've got to do that and then step through the routing. So you've got Vemto here, and if I zoom in, that's down here, and step there so we can see the ND. You can see we're going to Kilo Alpha but then back again to PAKEB. So what I'm going to do is delete Kilo Alpha temporarily, like this, just to get rid of the route discontinuity and let it flow a little bit better, but then we'll modify the routing to make sure we are routing direct to Kilo Alpha. That's it, yes, Stratocast, got a good point there. Felix, you need to invest in Microsoft Flight Simulator and fix the default 707, I'm sure people would be popular. Maybe I can get Zebo to mod the default Max in the sim as well, but they all need a bit of work, no doubt. Oh, you can click the ND into a window. How? Not on the ND, it would seem, but we'll have a look at that at some point. Anyway, the routing's done. 0 fuel weight in. We have 49 tons exactly. Reserves for our alternate, which is Yankee Papa Delta. What's the... I need to look at Navigraph to remind me what it's called. Port Hedland. We need to divert 2.8 tons. Cost index we'll use 30, which is what I always use. Cruising at flight level 320, which, believe it or not, I think is as high as we can go because of our weight. Top of climb wind is 292 at 69. Top of climb ISA is 9 degrees. Transition altitude set. Let's use the Navigraph performance calculator to work out our takeoff performance. I love this tool we now have. Let me just share the screen. So there we are, runway 28, full length, weights in. Actually, no, what is the takeoff weights? I just want to make sure that's right. 54.7. No, that is correct. 54.7. Optimum flap setting, optimum thrust setting, bleeds on, winds in, temperature calculate. So this is saying we can take a flap 5 TO1 39 degrees. So flap 5 TO1, assume temperature 39 degrees. That gives us 89.8, which we can't cross-check. Takeoff, flap 5, CG is set 4.2 units. So I know I've got the screen open for you guys, but I'm just going to move my head back to set the trim. 4.2. So that wheel obviously is moving very slowly, that animation. So hopefully that will change to an update. The speeds though vary considerably. Look at that, 42, 43, 50 on the performance, but the FMC says 36, 38, 47. I don't know which ones to go with. There's a big difference there, but the weights are the same. Not sure. I'll go
40,
just this because I wouldn't have
30,
had the performance calculator.
20,
But don't know why there's such
10.
a discrepancy. Fig Jam, thank you very much. $8 and a member of a year. Thank you.
You must do ATC the Aussie way, saying a day mate.
Oh no!
Smiley face.
No. I'll upset someone. I'm not doing that. Thanks for your suggestion, though, Fig Jam. But I'll maybe say good day once. Shrimps on the barbie, mate. I'm not doing that. Not doing that. Right, 47 set. Right. Let's quickly move on. Overhead paddle. Your dampers on. Audio and IRS and EF1. I don't know what that is. That's different on the Classic. Pumps on. No fuel in the centre tank. Check the cross-feed valve. Bright. Dim. Bright. Off. There we are. Galley power on. Now they can make me a coffee in the galley. Panel brightness. It's going to be a nice sunset flight, I think, actually, by the time we get closer. Oh! If I press the attend button, that brings up that window, which I don't want, but all tested. Window heats on, anti-ice off, electric hydraulic pumps are all good. Flight recorder we tested. Archaic air conditioning system in the Classic, so we'll put these to normal, see what happens. Only want one recirc as well, same on the 700 NG. Pax auto, isolation valve open. Now interestingly, that's changing the sounds. I don't know if that's the recirc fan just kicking in, but there shouldn't be any sounds from the pressurisation because the APU's not on. Right, cruising at 32,000 feet. And there we are. Elevation, sea level. So we'll leave it. I think it's around 50 feet. We'll set that there. 32,000 feet. So the cabin altitude we want is 6,000 feet. Move this to flight, otherwise we will die. Flight director's on. And I'm just checking the runway track here. It's 284, so we'll just set the heading and courses to 284. 284 and 284. We'll get the clearance in a second, so we'll put that to remind me I haven't got the clearance. That's all set. Auto brake to RTO. QNH is set. Oops, I forgot to activate and execute the route. Oops, there is it. Trim set, strap trim cutout switch is normal. Oh yeah, I didn't do the cargo fire test. There we are, all good. 2000 for standby now. And radio tuning panel set. Perfect, we'll get the clearance now and then we'll get on our way. Oh, only use one pack for the 300. Ah! Oh yes, oh gosh, yeah, I'm going to probably... That poor... Ah! Yeah, it's probably going to kill the APU. Has the APU just got not enough oomph long cat? For that. So one pack on the ground. Oh, isolation valve lives in auto in the Classic. Oops. Oh dear. Yeah, these are the subtle differences between. Obviously, I'm actually rated on the aircraft, but I haven't done any differences trading on the Classics, obviously. So I'm unaware of the annoyances between them. Right. Move that to map. Let's grab our clearance. See what is what. Got ground online here, and that is active. What stand am I on actually? Some random stand by a fence. We're quite limited, I think, with stands. There's quite a lot of other traffic there. It is a non-existent stand on Nemograph. I think it's meant to be stand 5, but if we look outside, glorious noise is there. Oh my god, what is that doing here? It's a little bit big. Crikey. I think we might get away with starting on stand and then doing a 180, just watching the wingtip clearance. That'll probably be easiest. Right, let's grab our clearance. Ground, good evening, it's Alpaca 73 Alpha. I think we're on stand 5, and copy latest information. We have India 1009 departure clearance to Karratha, please.
Alpaca 73 Alpha, you're just going to have to stand by just for 1 moment.
Roger. Perfect. You're on a real stand, oh cool. Yes, it's non-fader KPU, only good up to 35,000 feet on most aircraft. Ah, very good. Old school mechanical. Right. So whilst we wait for our clearance, we are going to taxi Bravo or Alpha. I don't know if we have to backtrack or cross, but either way, if we do cross, we're going to be via Foxtrot 2, and then I need to... No, other runway. I need to make a right turn via Bravo Alpha, and there's a little turn point here, full length for runway 28. And there's no SID. It's going to be some sort of omnidirectional departure, guys, so I'll just wait until we get our clearance. So AP bleed's on. AP's on the bus. We're just ready for engine start, so we'll wait for our clearance, see what's what, and I'll just disconnect the ground power. There we go, ground power's disconnected, so we're pretty much ready to go. It's pronounced Karratha. Is that correct, guys? Karratha. 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 I'm writing that down. Karratha. Where's Google? Thanks.
Karratha.
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 Can you do a bit slower, please, Google, for me?
Karratha.
Karratha. Yeah, there we are. I've got it. I'm a pro. I might request engine start then whilst I'm waiting for clearance. Very quiet on the frequency. But yeah, if we request engine start on stand, such a narrow taxiway. There's a... What's that, BMW? X5, X3? Other high luxury SUVs are available. Just, what are you doing?
Broome ground, Netlink 1655, request clearance to Karratha when they...
That's, oh no, I know, I had a proper Australian pronounce it correctly. Skylar, have you seen the Rotate MD-11? Yeah, we were talking about this in Discord this morning. The passenger version, yeah, $35 update for the passenger variant. That's I've worked with Rotate before in the past, and they have purchased their stuff and also promoted it. I think that is steep for what is essentially just a cabin change, and I think there's some subtle changes in the cockpit, isn't there, with some switches, but yeah, it's a lot. I mean, when you think that you can get an entire add-on like Phoenix for 50, yeah, it's well, that's my opinion anyway. Logcat, your tail arc is the widest point for turning on the Classic, by the way, not the wingtip. Ah, okay, interesting. Yeah, Karratha, I wouldn't have put it so strongly, but yeah. Yeah, and the MD-11 is a bit buggy still as well. I've not flown the Rotate one. I've flown the TFDI one recently, but not the Rotate one. Oh yes, I got an email from Tolis about their upcoming aircraft. I will hopefully be previewing that. You know how good I am with Airbus aircraft. I don't know how much longer I'm going to have to wait. I did request clearance about 3 minutes ago, and he said stand by. I'm very conscious of the time, because I do have to go to work to 4 seconds to stay in real life. I might just request engine start and go from there, but it's completely... He's gone. Not someone else requested clearance, it was David. And Alpaca 73 Alpha, if we're waiting for the clearance still, can we request engine start on stand, please? He's gone. Not as much as the PMDG upgrade. Yes, that was a whole new aircraft for a slightly.
Alpaca 730, sorry for the delay. Yeah, clearance available to Karratha.
Ready to copy. Thank you, Alpaca 73 Alpha.
Alpaca 73 Alpha, you cleared the Karratha via the Broome flight plan route. Runway 28. Climb over to 25,000. Squawk 3616. Departures will be on 134.0.
We're cleared to Karratha on the Broome flight plan off runway 28. Climb to 25,000. Squawk 3616 and the departure frequency 134.0. Alpaca 73 Alpha.
Alpaca 73 Alpha.
Perfect. So we'll go 25,000 feet.
Netlink 1655, request clearance to Karratha.
Netflix 134. We actually do have tower frequency before we go over to approach, and then 3616.
Netlink 1655,
Oh, Netlink.
clear the Karratha via the Broome flight plan route. Runway 28, climb over to 25,000, squawk 4036.
Oh, it's 5,000. Oh,
Departures on
134.0.
134.0.
Clear Karratha via Broome, runway 28, climb 5,000, squawk 4036.
Thanks. I thought you said 25,000. I thought it was a bit weird.
1655.
Netlink 1655.
And Netlink 1655, request push and start.
I don't know if it's
Netlink
push and start.
1655, push approved.
Push approved, Netlink 1655.
And Alpaca 73 Alpha on this stand 5. I'm not sure, is this a pushback stand or can I start engines on standard taxi?
Alpaca 73 Alpha, you're on stand 5. It looks like you can just
I think X-Wing's
do a
crashed.
startup.
Roger, we'll start engines Alpaca 73 Alpha. I think X-Plane's crashed, guys. Oh, God damn it! This is not the time to crash. Oh, for goodness sake. Right. Yeah, sorry I had a sim crash. Right, okay, I've got time.
Yeah.
Am I? There you go. Sorry, guys. I don't even know what happened there. Yeah, I didn't even press the mute button. So yeah, as I was saying, if it crashes again, guys, I'm going to be tight on time. But I'm going to set this up just like just like we would in the full motion simulator. So I'm going to try and do it in 5 minutes as quickly as possible. So we actually move switches. Oh, APU didn't take long to start. Right, just do what I need to do. So that's done up here. The switches are a bit awkward. Put that on. I'll put that on. Auto 32,000 feet, I think it was. Elevation 6,000 feet here. Oh no, that's you prat. That's the hundreds of feet. Fingers crossed that doesn't happen. I don't know what caused that crash. That should be on. We'll turn on. Oh, new sky, guys. I've just bear with me because I have to reload new sky, but I'm not going to today. Just haven't got time. Put the anti-collision light on because we're about to start the engines. Flight director's on. 5,000 feet. Let's load the FMC. Oh, I've got to load the fuel and everything. What was it I needed? 6.3. So I'll put that to 6.4. Start fueling. Ah! Oh, stupid thing. 6.4. There we are. Start fueling. So we've got the fuel on board. Load passengers. Full load of passengers. Cargo. I manipulate this until we have 49 tons zero fuel weight. Actually, what was it I planned? 49. 49 160, that's fine. So that's now set as well. I'll just shift the CG forward a little bit. Perfect. So loading's done. Now we'll load up the FMC. Flight data sim spilt the Fosters. Brilliant. Broome, Yankee Bravo, Romeo Mike. 2, Yankee Papa Kilo Alpha. Call sign Alpaca 73 Alpha. Departures 28. Routing is going to be. Oh! How am I doing for time? I'm doing well. I think I'll be going for about 4 minutes. Broome, Juliet 93 Kilo Alpha. Director 26. We said RMP Zulu for 26 via Bravo. Execute legs. Get rid of car. Like that. Perfect. In. Zero fuel weight then. It is 49 tons. 2.8. 32,000 feet. Oh, I can't do this any quicker. Ah! Top climb wind. 292.69. Top climb ISA is 9 degrees. Perfect. Execute. What was the performance? It was 18.5. I'm going to go that. I know there was an assumed temperature, but just to save time, guys. Trim 4.2 units. Set speeds 36, 38, 47, 47. Perfect. Flight directors are on. Runway QDM is 284. 284. And 284. Cleared 5,000 feet already. Order brake to RTO. We're already cleared for engine start. Radio and tuning panels all set. Just make sure we've got VHF1. Nav aids for the DME out of here is 320 for the ADF. Just have to come back in emergency. Got something pointing directly to the airfield, and 15.3 there's active box 2 and box 1. And our squawk was 3616. Perfect. So HC on. I think we're done. There we are. So guys, sorry about that. That was a bit of a rush. These things do happen in Sims. Ooh. Good job I've got quick alignment, isn't it? It's instant, basically. I've got that set to. There we are. So, if you just tuned in, we had a little sim crash. Basically, quickly set up the aircraft again, completely non-standard. The speed I sort of went there, opening myself up to errors, but I am a bit limited for time today. I've got quick alignment on the settings, so we don't have to sit here for 8 minutes. I'll just check the ground again. We're cleared for engine start. Oh, all the frequencies have detuned. 1217. But yeah, it was something in here, wasn't it? I opened the plugin. If anyone play the stream back and see what, because it was something, I opened up that menu and it didn't like it. But I am just going to turn off Toby Eye Tracker because it breaks all the views. Come on, alignment. Did Avitab cause the crash? Oh, no, because I'd used it before. Something threw it off. Right, alignment's complete. And we're just going to route direct to, was it Femto? Our first waypoint? Yeah, Femto. Perfect. Cool, right. I'll just double check with, so packs off, anti-collision lights already on, parking brake is set, transponder out off. Just request engine start again. Hi Broome ground again, it's Alpaca 73 Alpha, we had a sim crash, but already again now, request engine start.
Minimums, approaching minimums.
I forgot. Frequencies, I don't know what happened, it detuned. 1217. There we are. Broome ground, hello again, it's Alpaca 73 Alpha, sorry, I had a sim crash, stand 5, request engine start. Thanks James, 27 months, favourite sim streamer in my favourite era of the 7.3 and a reasonable hour for me. What an afternoon. Well, thanks buddy. Hopefully no more issues. Well, we're already cleared engine start, but I'll request it again in a second. Cleared start engine number 2. And you'll be pleased to know that the crappy default sounds that you get with the IXEG have been changed to these lovely sounds. Do a cockpit engine start first. So N2, N1, oil pressure is over here in the green, 25%. I hope it's 25% still. Ooh. Nice. You were hovering over Avitab on the plugin menu but didn't click anything. I don't think it's any specific plugin. I think it was just explain, wasn't it? Check IRS position. Welcome. No, don't start. Oh, enter. I did enter it, didn't I? Yeah. What do you think of the sounds then for the engine start compared to the default ones? Nice, aren't they? We'll do the next one outside. The outside sounds are really good. I just wish there was a little bit more volume on them, like Felis style. Right, starter cut out. I'm going to change number 2 to EGT's higher than I'm used to in the NG, but 6.3. There's the oil pressure. I love these needles. N2. Oil pressure M1, I'll get the fuel in and we'll head outside. 25%. You can sort of only just about hear it from the sound from the other engine. But usually it'd be a little bit louder, but much better over the default ones. Welcome on board, some random guy, thanks for subscribing. But yeah, in the cockpit, which is where you spend 99.9% of the time, the sounds are epic. Right, 2 good engine starts. Then the electrics you need to monitor a little bit more than on the NG. They're quite reliable, but I think you've got to check your sort of volts and frequencies more frequently, especially when switching buses. Probes on, anti-ice off, air conditioning. Now I can put both packs on, I hope. Oh yes, single pack operation, whoops. That's all set. Ups to 5. Let's check the flight controls. Oh dear! You're looking at my printer, I forgot to set my camera up. Hold on guys, let me just rotate it to a more suitable position so you can actually see what's going on. There we are. That one. Oh no, hold on. 2 seconds. Pro streamer moment. It's a lot further forward than it should be. Oh, I'm going to show my ugly face. That'll do. I don't know what's happened to the zoom. It's really zoomed out. You can see my fat belly. Right, that'll have to do today, guys. I hope you enjoy that. Flight controls. Forward. Sorry, what am I doing? Forward, back, left, and right. Rudders, right, and left. Recall. There's no DU to blank, and printing. It was my printable. Check's complete. It seems to be based on sound files as opposed to Fmod. The engine sounds don't change with the cameras. I don't know. That's one for Mango Studios if they're in chat here. Broome ground Alpaca 73 Alpha request taxi.
Alpaca 73 Alpha, taxi Bravo and hold short 28.
Bravo hold short of 28 Alpaca 73 Alpha. Perfect. So, just having a look here on the charts.
Star 550 is ready for taxi, runway 28.
So we're going to make a little 180 turn. Just hold short of
taxi Alpha, hold short 28.
Right, parking brake released. If it gets to the config check. Whoa. And it taxis really nicely. See how close I am to this wall. Oh, there's loads of room. Look at that. Bravo's the first hold point here. Ah, look at the textures and sound. Apart from the textures of Ortho, that rusty orange colour that you get in Australia in this part of the world. You can do with a bit more detail, but that's just Ortho. Oh, it turns on an absolute dime, this aircraft. Not bad actually, even though the whole sim crashed. I had to reload the entire aircraft again. We're taxiing after 45 minutes from the start of the stream. That ain't bad. So let's do the before takeoff checklist. Config we checked. Flaps we have 5 green lights. Stab trim set for departure 4.2 units. Takeoff briefing, runway heading 5,000 feet, and then we'll make a left turn after 1,000 feet en route. And stopping at 5,000, and we'll accelerate at 1,000 feet AGL as well. Reviewed cabin. Oh yeah, you ding that and it brings up the menu, so I won't do that. Secure, checks complete. Alpaca 73 Alpha Bravo ready for departure.
Alpaca 73 Alpha, you contact center on 133.2.
I just confirmed 133.2 Alpaca 73 Alpha.
133.2, that's my apologies for the departure frequency.
Roger, bye bye.
Jetstar 550, you can now contact center 133.2.
Couldn't see that frequency on that sim. Centre, hello, it's Alpaca 73 Alpha in Broome, holding short of runway 28 at Bravo, ready for departure.
Alpaca 73 Alpha, Brisbane, Senegade, line up.
Line up, wait, Alpaca 73 Alpha. Oh, we're going to be brave, we're not going to backtrack. What could possibly happen? MCP set, transponder TARA.
No, 1731, top of the sun.
Where is TARA?
1731, when ready, descend to flight level 130. Flight 130,
oh god, how long did that take?
Emirates 404, you're departing airspace to
no speed sets, we're heading select order throttle, transponder TARA, strobe lights are on, waiting for our takeoff clearance. So yeah, we've got a slightly higher thrust.
Alpaca 73 Alpha, make left turn, track direct, Vento, runway 28, clear takeoff.
Left track Vento, runway 28, clear takeoff, Alpaca 73 Alpha. So that's what we've planned, cleared for takeoff guys. Start the timer, and yeah, hopefully we won't run out of runway. 40%. Oh, the sounds on this are really cool.
Alpaca 73 Alpha, report passing 2,500.
We'll go. Perfect. Stabilised. Set takeoff thrust. Wait for that CFM wine. There it is. Oh, because I haven't got full power. Right, disconnecting the order throttle. Toga. 80 knots check to reach full pressure. Gotta hear that wine. More power. Don't do this in real life, please. Actually, it looks like I might have needed it. V1. Rotate. Airborne. So we climb, gear up, trim. Put the order throttle back in now. More sound. Okay, there's 1,000 feet, so I'll bug up. Oh, that's not working. I'll just bug the speed myself. Go on nav now. Just bug 220 knots. And level change. Again, I don't fly the classics. I'm sort of just doing what I know works in the NG to accelerate the aircraft. Okay, flaps 1. I should have done an update to the waypoint as well. Flaps up. Oh, it flies very nicely though, the IXEG. Really nicely. Just make sure we're in trim. It's a lovely evening. Just going to route direct to Vemto again. All the frontal disconnect lights on, even though it's engaged. That's unusual. They're very heavy today.
Link 16, correction 1751, expect the RMP approach from my 06. Expect the RMP
So even at full climb thrust at 220 knots, we're barely climbing. So, oh, I was meant to pass, it's called passing 2,500. So thinking about the level off now.
Taxiing point headland I5.
Just get this going. Ah, why is that not working?
Baron aircraft calling Melbourne Senegal. I don't have a flight plan in the system for you.
So in level change, the flight directors will command pitch to maintain 220 knots for now. Alpaca 73 Alpha, we're past 2,500, inbound Vemto now approaching 5,000.
Alpaca 73 Alpha identified, verify level passing.
Passing 3,900 feet, Alpaca 73 Alpha.
Alpaca 73 Alpha, climb flight level 320.
Climb flight level 320, Alpaca 73 Alpha. So, still hand flying.
550, turn left track direct to Vemto, report passing 2,500.
Set, still hand flying, but it's all good, it's all good.
Left hand direct to Vemto, report
So 320 sets, VNAV, 3 gauge yaw throttle. That's going to command 250. Very good. Just need to set standards. Moving forward as we accelerate, so set 1013. And as we accelerate, the airflow noises sort of drown out the noise of the engine slightly. To be fair, in the cockpit and NG you can't hear the whine. This is a little bit shorter, to be fair. Right, all nicely trimmed. Look at 250. Command A, after takeoff checklist.
Melbourne Senegal. There's no further traffic. Point headland. The area could
It's an off, star switches off.
14 for point A1. Squawk 4032.
Air conditioning and pressurization, diffs 2.5 climbing. And sets. Release the crew. And we'll just make sure we get 1013 on all the altimeters. So set once, twice, and 3 times. There we are. After takeoff checks complete. Match the heading bug.
1655, contact me.
We're on our way.
4 decimal 0.
134 decimal 0, netlink 1655.
There we are. There's the top of climb, top of descent, just around Vemto. There we are. That was a lovely departure. But what I did, I just increased the engines, because obviously I took a reduced thrust setting for departure. We didn't get that lovely whine from the CFM, so I just had to turn it up and turn up the thrust a little bit to ensure that happened. But I know this sounds funny, and there's a question for you, chap. When we calculate takeoff performance, it obviously we reduce it as safely as possible to you know, increase engine life and reduce EGTs, etc., etc. But what's the danger of actually during the takeoff roll then of increasing thrust and during the rotation initial climb? What's the dangers of actually increasing takeoff thrust to a higher thrust setting? I'll give you clues. Do with controllability. And it's why we should never do it unless terrain impact is imminent. There we are, commanding 293 then, so VNAV's going to pitch down. The autopilot on the IXEG is really nice actually. Just turn that slightly. It's really smooth. You know, the only thing is, Long cat will be able to input here. I don't think it quite levels off here, would it? Accelerating? That's actually sort of sorting itself out by the looks of it. Aaron French, you've got it. Yeah, VMCG, excellent. VMCG could be a limiting factor in VMCA. So if you add thrust at lower speeds, especially with a narrow runway, higher thrust setting is actually more limiting because of the controllability of an event of an engine failure. But yeah, to do an engine failure, and if you add thrust after the engine's failed, you might not have insufficient controllability to maintain wings level. And that's to do with VMCA, and it's calculated based off your thrust setting for departure. So yeah, actually adding thrust you don't want to do unless terrain is, or if you need it for whatever reason, you know, in events of an engine failure. But that's exactly it, guys. Well done. Good, what's the ETA? 10:18. That's absolutely fine. It's about an hour before I need to leave, and I'm ready to go to work, so it's all good. Oh, did you change the pressurisation to flight? Did I do it on the second one? Ah! It's pressurising. That's weird, but well spotted. But it's pressurising okay. Cabin altitude 2000. But yeah, that should be in flight. Well spotted. Now, I remembered on the first half, before the sim crashed, at least. So you let me off. You let me off. I haven't done a flyby yet. Yeah, I think the sounds outside are okay. I think the sound pack's very much concentrating on the sounds in the cockpit. Still, my absolute favourite sounds are the Fearless 747. They're good, but these are certainly not bad. But compared to the default sounds, yeah, absolutely. A really long cat. VNAV will sacrifice everything for speed. It can even descend a little bit. Oh, very realistic than what we saw. Very good. Good to know. Yeah, thanks for that, Connor Park. Well spotted. But yeah, what's the FPS right now? 60 capped. But Richard's going to take us here, and isn't it? This is the 80-mile beach. It's on Top Gear once. This is a really long beach along here. But then we'll fly along the coast once we get to Port Hedland. That's it. But yeah, we can tune up that VOR now. Actually, 14.1. Nav 2 and Nav 1. There we are. That's active box 1 and 2. We're super heavy today. Look at that. Only barely managing 2,000 feet per minute. Skylar, wait, are the 742 sounds than the 777 in your opinion? Better? Oh no, no, the flight factor 777 is excellent. I don't know, the Fearless, when you're outside, the external views are so loud, and it just gives you that impression of what it would have sounded like. The 777 sounds for the flight factor is also amazing in the cockpit as well. The outside is really good as well, but they're a bit muted. Fearless is loud. If you look at any of my Fearless streams, you know, it drowns me out talking, you know, as it would in real life. So that's what I love about the Fearless. But yeah, this is such an improvement over the IXEG default sounds, which are crud. What's that then? Oh, a little checklist. Oh, cool. Didn't know that was there. There we are. So climb 93.2, which is being commanded, and that slowly increases as we climb as well. Ooh, we didn't turn the weather radar on. So weather, and do we have to do something down here for the weather radar? There we are. Weather on. Perfect. So it's a good weather radar on this as well. If you see the tilt, if I point it right down to -5 or -4, you'll see the ground return coming in now. So it does have a working weather radar. There you go. So this is ground return from the weather. And it looks like it's actually following the coastline around, which is pretty cool. You see that? And it mirrors the coast. If that's the case, that's epic. But we just want to have it so we'll tilt it to around -1 as we climb. So we just have ground return at around 80 miles. And then anything in between us and 80 miles is going to be weather.
Juliet, passing 1,800, climbing through 4,000.
There you go. You see as I put the tilt up, there's less return. Oh, sorry guys. Pro streamer. You can see as I alter the tilt, getting less ground clutter now. There we are. So if I leave it around there, I know that's ground. Oh, I still have reduced climb. I want full climb. So in the NG, that deletes at 15,000 feet automatically, but it already is full climb. So. Hoo Chum, do you let the cadet do the takeoff and landing for their first flight, or do you only take on PM role? Great question. So yesterday, Hoo Chum, my first ever time as a line training captain, I had a day 1 cadet. So the last time they flew was their base training. So you've got to be quite vigilant. And he did very well. And during their rotation, actually I'll show you this. One of the techniques we use as line training captains, because of the risk of tail strike on the 800. Imagine I'm PM and the first officer's rotating. What we do, we have our thumbs here like this, because we don't want to get a tail strike. So when they start rotating, we can just, if they're pitching up too much, we can just put a little bit of pressure on the control column to reduce that rate. Because one of the most common errors during the type rating and line training is when they initiate the rotation. Obviously, I don't want to discount the autopilot here, but when you rotate in the 7.3, you pitch back, keep pitching until you unstick the nose, and the amount of back pressure required to unstick the nose is more than what's required to maintain the required rotation rate. So often what you have to do is unstick and then usually take a little bit of back pressure off, and then you modulate it continuously to maintain that rate. What's very common is during early rotations people unstick, but then they actually keep pulling or stop, and the rotation goes really fast, and you've just got to stop it with your thumb. So I had to do that yesterday. You know, it's completely common for new people. I just had to put my thumb there, slow down a bit, and unfortunately that usually then coincides with the dead band, and then the rotation stops. You're just sort of hovering above the ground for a few feet as well. And his landing was firm, let's see, but and I had a little bit of help in the flare. But again, this is all common during line training. I was exactly the same when I was learning to fly.
Can I request the RMP uniform from Gibson, Netflix 1655?
I think that was Dave requesting a certain approach, but what runway was in use? Ah, Longcat, this is about the flight ground switch. Aircraft should pressurise with the flight ground in the wrong position. Not sure what exactly triggers it, but you get your ears popping when it comes in. Brilliant. It's old school. I mean, well, I say old school, it hasn't really changed much of the NG or Max, but they got rid of this switch. But yeah, we're pressurising just fine. The diff pressure's now 7.2 psi. Cabin altitude is 5,000. Slowly climbing. It's good.
Make left turn direct to the toe. Report passing 2,500. Clear for next.
What do you think of the livery? This is a classic livery. This is. It's a made-up website, by the way. This is made by CR Studios, one of my moderators, years ago, 4 or 5 years ago, and it still works. Alpha livery, classic. Oh, it's 08. Thanks, David.
The whole approach is programmed in. It's part of the approach from Gibson and Netflix 1655.
Classic, isn't it? Oh, I didn't do my post-cruise checks, did I? Oops. Well, pre-cruise. Fuel, 4 pumps. Wings are balanced, 2.5 aside. Lights. Logo lights off. APU's off. Pressurization, 7.5 sets. Release the passengers. Recall. Speaks. Oh, bit of a... Oh no, a heading up display. No! I don't like heading up displays. So we're actually tracking. Confusing! So our heading is 240 and we're tracking this way. 232. This is opposite to what we have on the NG. Pancake Stay, you're going to purchase add-on. Good investment. It's a fun aircraft. I think it's very pricey. I think... hey, look, I fully respect IXEG's choice to charge whatever they want. It's their product. I think it should be half the price, or 40, 50 quid, or 50 quid, like the Fearless is priced and other things. And then I think they'd get more sales personally. But hey, look, I'm not in marketing. What they choose to charge is up to them. But if you do get the IXEG, I'd thoroughly recommend getting this sound pack. If you want to hear the default sounds, check out my first Explain 12 stream in the IXEG. It's linked to the playlist. J1635, do the doors open on the IXEG? They do. Obviously, I'm not going to demonstrate that now, but yeah, if you go to ground services or I thought it crashed again there. There you go. You can open the doors here. Look, the doors do work. But guys, I'm not going in any menus because it was sort of when it crashed last time, so I'm staying clear of menus this stream. And sim brief. Not sim brief, Avitab. Things were opening in the background when it crashed.
Juliet Tango X-ray, verify level. Juliet Tango X-ray, maintaining.
Approaching cleared level anyway.
Juliet Tango X-ray identified.
We have a new SOP at my operator, which is really good. When we're above 30,000 feet, we leave VNAV in and accept the high rate of climb unless traffic's a factor. It's just much safer because VS is speed unstable. So we leave it VNAV. It's actually a really sensible SOP. Now our VNAV path loading off. I would love it if we could actually get rid of the control column, because it does block the ND, just a click spot to hide it. Does this automatically change to cruise, or do you have to change the thrust regime manually? J165, cheers mate, last time I flew it didn't open. What do you think about EasyJet bringing their base back to... Oh cool, I didn't know that, Southend. Great for me as I live 5 minutes from Southend. I didn't know EasyJet had a base in Southend. So I know Ryanair used to operate from Southend, EasyJet are going back. Who else operates from there? Because obviously it's a very small airport. Oh, good for EasyJet. So climb... It's still in climb. Maybe I'll select cruise manually. There we go. Oh no, look, there you go. Auto. There was an auto switch. It wasn't in auto, that's why it didn't kick in. Cool, top descent 140 miles and about 20 minutes. But a little bird just told me we can expect the runway, not 26, basically 08. I don't think there's any weather available. No weather.
Like 1731, your number 2, contact
see if there's
127.4, good day.
any
1274, good day, like 1731.
yeah, there's no tower frequency here. So let's plan for 08 then, which is slightly longer track miles.
Identified, climb flight level 360. Climb flight level 360.
So we've got... Let's do the VOR approach.
Like 1655, expect the RMP uniform approach from a 08.
RMP uniform 08. That's what I just heard. Well, let's do the RMP uniform. Oh no, that was... So we won't do uniforms. The uniform is like a special coded one. I know David told me about this. So I'm going to plan for the RMP 08 via... Let's plan for the RMP 08 via Porg. So what I'm going to do is update the routing to actually carry on towards Car after Port Headland, so Papa Delta. We are going to go to Kilo Alpha.
Time 52, style just 899.
And now we're going to select RMP 08. We're going to use VS for this approach. So RMV 08, RMV Uniform 08.
Just 99, climb flight level 390.
I'm just going to select RMV 08.
Climb flight level 390, just 899.
Via PCORG.
Alpaca 73 Alpha, contact me 134.0.
134.0, Alpaca 73 Alpha, bye.
Killing 436, make left turn direct to Vento before passing.
So that's really cool. It's actually on 2 frequencies. That's what they do in real life at night. And the controllers will cover multiple frequencies when it's quieter. So you contact the same guy on a different frequency. So yeah, the routing now is exactly as per the flight plan. Alpaca 73 Alpha, now on 134.0.
Alpaca 73 Alpha, thanks, expect RMP runway 08 approach.
RP 08, thank you, Alpaca 73 Alpha. So yeah, we're following the flight plan, direct to Vento.
And Alpaca 73 Alpha, that'll be via Karratha Whiskey Golf.
Karratha Whiskey Golf, understood, thank you. Alpaca 73 Alpha, that's great info. Karratha Whiskey Golf.
Minimums, approaching minimums.
Well, that's Whiskey Golf. Karratha Whiskey Golf. Is that some sort of special arrival? Karratha Whiskey Golf. I'm unfamiliar. Oh gosh, I've got 2 dings I've missed now. Sorry. Firstly, Slush Puppies, thanks 3 months as a member. Happy 3 months, Captain. Thank you very much for your continued support. Sorry I missed that earlier. And Greg Scott, thank you. 58 months. Morning, watching whilst at work, so this will help pass the time. Don't get too distracted. Get into trouble now. Thank you very much for your continued support, buddy. Thank you. It is the... I got you. Thank you very much. Now I can unpin this chart. I can't. Perfect. That is where we're planning. Alright, well, we'll start setting up in a second. So we'll carry on as per the flight plan route, which is, for now, routing Vento, then to Papa Delta, then to Kilo Alpha, and eventually we'll peel off to the north to route direct to Karratha Whiskey Golf Point, which is just here. Thank God David's here, because that would have flummoxed me for the entire time. Wouldn't we know able to work out what to do? We'll start setting up shortly.
Yeah, link 116, resume my navigation.
James Trenchwasher, we've got the charts open at this end of the world. Have a look at the string of waypoints on 110 Echo East, starting at 22S. What? I don't know what that means, James. I'm familiar with all that. But there's the coast, look on the left hand side. All that lovely author I downloaded on the coast. We're not there. But live time, it's coming up to sunset here.
It's 550, contact me 134 days 10.
Binzo, any idea when we'll see the first flight, the Tolis A330? I've been very kindly offered a copy. I've not read the email, so I don't know if there's any stipulations to what I cannot say yet, so bear with me, but I can say I've been given access. Oh, so is it just with the differences on the chart regarding longitude and latitude, James? Opposite the southern hemisphere here.
It's 550, so now thanks, expect the RMP runway 08 approach.
Longcut, Captain, when you get a second in, get a sec. The cabin altitude window on the pressurization control panel should be set 200 feet below the landing altitude, thank you. So elevation is 33 feet, so minus 233. I guess that's to avoid any pressure bumps.
Alpaca 73 Alpha, when ready, descend to flight level 130, overhead port headlands. Cleared direct, Karratha Whiskey Golf.
Go for the Karratha Whiskey Golf when ready to descend flight level 130, overhead port headland. Just to confirm, is that level at port headland?
Negative, that'll be overhead port headland. Cleared direct, Karratha Whiskey Golf. When ready, so top of descent to flight level 130.
Understood, after port headland, direct to Karratha Whiskey Golf, and when ready to descend flight level 130, Alpaca 73 Alpha. Perfect. That was my... I think the way I said it sounded like I had to be at 130, but it could have been my interpretation. So there we are, after port headland, direct to Whiskey Golf, when ready to descend flight level 130, which is in 80 miles. Yeah, if we were at 130 at port headland, that would have been very, very low. Kia ora to New Zealand 255, hope you're doing well. Scarlett, will there be an MD-11P stream? I'm not sure if you said whether you bought it or not. No, I haven't yet. I've got the cargo variant. I'm hoping to take parking across the pond. I missed the last, I think 2 across the pond to work, but I am off on this one. So a quick sort of gauge, if we cross the pond, hopefully I'll get a slot. Would you like me to... I haven't flown a 777 yet, and obviously I've got Flight Factor 777, I've got PMDG 777, I've also I don't think I'm going to get the Tolis A330 in time for that, but if I do, would you like me to take the 330? I've flown the 340 for across the pond, which is good fun. Right, Longcat, question for you. We're going to fly this RMP approach using vertical speed. At your operator, do you have a level segment when using VS, or do you fly as a CDA? Because at my operator, when we fly VS approaches, which is incredibly rare, because VNAV's reliable, we have to have a level segment for 2 miles before the descent point. Something with autosave might be advisable. True, Lauren, especially if I take X-plane. You can see, but Tolis is probably the way to go, and that's generally, I've flown Tolis aircraft for that reason. If I ever had any problems, the reload in that is awesome. Right, let's start setting up for this approach anyway. So descent page 250. Invalid. What? Mod, but where's the speed gone?
Juliet Tango X-ray request. Juliet Tango X-ray.
Is that broken?
Would it be possible to get the...
I don't like things when they don't work properly. It makes me feel like it's going to break. Well, I put 250 below 100, but nothing worked. Let's just get the QNH. Oh, there's no QNH. Right. So what we'll do, we'll put the QNH in from our departure point initially. It's not going to be a million miles off that. Oh no, hold on, we do have the ATIS available. So, information uniform, runway 08, 03011, cav OK, 28 degrees, QNH is 1009. Oh, does this not work? Let's just put 10/1009. I'm just doing it as I would on the NG. Pfft, none of this works. Is it modelled? I can't remember from last stream. Yeah, I'll have a chat with Tolis Skylar. Maybe, hopefully, I'll get it a few days before release. If it comes out on that day, yeah, I think it'll be great. Good.
You can track.
Yeah, all right. I'll leave that blank. Doesn't seem to be working. Fix rings.
The Karratha VOR for the NDB Yankee. Runway 08, advise in receipt of uniform.
What height are we at? 32.
Copied
96.
For the Karratha VOR for the NDB.
There we are. Situation awareness improved. Arm of approach then, guys. So we're going to be routing after Port Hedland direct to this point to the north, 3,000 feet. Remember VNAV in the classic. How long until destination? We're landing at 10:08 Zulu. Hey, is that live time? No.
X-ray, thanks. Just confirm there will be a practice approach into Karratha or a full stop in Port Hedland. It'll be a full stop with a
9:16 UTC. Still that far away? No, that's not right. We're only 200 miles away. 10:08. No, I don't believe that. I said we're landing in about 30 minutes. So 46. Why is that saying 10:08?
Entering the.
I don't know. About 30 minutes.
Juliet Tango X-ray entering the tree.
So Golf.
DME
What?
Zone.
Papa Kilo Alpha Whiskey Golf, 27,700 feet. What is going on with this FMC? It's saying here, on base leg basically, I would probably be ideally about 5,000 feet. This is saying 27,700 feet. And how could it be 27,700 and then 100 miles level still 27,700? Ah, it needs an update. It needs desperately an update. So I'm not going to use any of this path information. This is the top of descent looks right, to be fair, but try and re-execute direct. Nah. Right. Well, look, we're just going to have to do it ourselves. But look, Papa Kilo Alpha Whiskey Golf. We want to be at around 5,000 feet. And Papa Kilo Alpha Whiskey India is on about a 10 mile final, so we want to be about 4,000 or 5,000 feet here. So we'll aim to do that. Hopefully these will change because that is not VNAV worse than the real thing. I know. Yeah, that's quite a descent. 5 miles to lose. What was that 24,000 feet? Right. Anyway, laterally it looks good. The descent point then is Papa Kilo Alpha Whiskey India. And then 4.2 miles to Papa Kilo Alpha Whiskey Foxtrot. We'll start our descent. Now I just want to make sure we're definitely at a hard altitude at 3,000 feet. I don't want to be any lower because I need a level segment because I'm going to be following my operator's SOPs. So we're going to ensure that we're at 3,000 feet level at Papa Kilo Alpha Whiskey India. 2 miles before the approaching descent point, which I'm going to use here, 4.2, so 6.2 miles before Papa Kilo Alpha Whiskey Foxtrot. My operator would say approaching descent, so we'll set the minimums, which for us will be 350, so we'll set 400 feet on the MCP, so we're not, we're LNAV minima, so I can't use this minima because you must use VNAV, but we're using VS today, so we have to add 40 feet, so 490 feet, we've got the QNH, so we can set that there, 490 is the minimums. So we have 490, non-standard, I'm going to set it down here on the radio altimeter, which is not 490, the elevation taken into account is 420. So that way we should get a minimums call. And the way we fly VS approaches, I have a VS approach tutorial if you're interested. I'll find the link for it shortly. But when we're at the descent point, we verify outhold is set, and we set 1,000 feet per minute, and then we start descending. And our final approach speeds, we'll configure gear down flat 15 just before the descent point as well.
Karratha information, Victor Echo, changes, wind 030 degrees, 12 knots, temperature 27, changes, Karratha, terminal information, Victor.
That's very good. So we'll set it at 1,000 feet per minute. We configure nice and early with VS approaches, and then we'll go down. 210 3000 if it's being fussy and wants speed retyped as well. Okay, it seems to have accepted that, and it's a sensible speed. These are just completely wrong. And then with a VS approach, you need to make sure you set the missed approach attitude top of the white bar, which is a, well, no, do we have a top of the white bar on the Classic? I don't know. 1,000 feet AGL, which is 1,030. We can set the missed approach attitude. If we go around, it's Toga direct to Papa Kilo Alpha Whiskey Hotel. We stay on the track, climb 2,200. It's a very low stop altitude. Cool. Let's just do the landing performance. So landing on 08. I think we're going to have to use flat 40 because it's quite a short runway. Yeah, let's do that. I don't think it has any wind information, so I'm just going to put 0, 27 degrees, QNH 1009. Calculate. So that's saying we can stop in factor distance of 2177 with order brake 2. And that's factored. Really? Order brake 2? If we approach 138, fuel we're going to burn 1.5 tons. So call it 52 is close enough. Speeds, again, slightly different. 50. Oh, that's 52.9 based off maximum weight. It's 51.9. Yeah, that's okay. Flat 40 then, and we're going to stop in just about the right amount of distance. So actual landing distance factored is fine. So order brake 2 apparently. But there we are, a lot lighter than the LG.
Do you have a idea of what time you'll be conducting the NDB or just going from the factory? Stand by, I'll get back to you.
This is the runway itself.
Yeah,
Yeah, we'll plan to vacate at Echo. You know what, I'm going to go order brake. No, I'll use order brake 2. I can always brake manually. We'll vacate Echo, take some distance.
So I'll have to get you in either before or after.
Oh, you set the top bug at VRF plus 15. Ah, I think it's done it all automatically. That's where we're going to vacate. Sorry guys. Echo. And then on to stands.
Kilo Tango X-ray, Roger. I'll let you know when you can exit.
Just keep an eye on top of descent. It's 40 miles coming up. Fuel check at Papa Delta. We should. Yeah, it's completely broken, guys. Look, Papa Delta fuel 8 point. Was that 8 or yeah, 8.6 tons. Well, even if it was 6.6 tons, it's saying fuel estimated 8.6, or even if it was 6.6. But we've only got pounds. I hope that's not pounds, and it's kilos. Please tell me that's kilos, guys. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's kilos. We took off. In fact, it's 4,000 pounds with lower fuel. Oh no, I don't want to open the plugins to find out. Actually, I don't need to. Yeah, that's what we've started off with, 6 tons. That's definitely not pounds. Oh, it's just magically changed to kilos. What? It just changed to kilos automatically. Uh-oh. How did I did what? Well, it magically changed. I didn't even click anything. Oh.
And tracking direct to the Karratha NDB.
Oh, understood, Longcat. 2 is much more savage than the NGs. Okay, yeah, 2 is quite... We're very rarely using because it's a long runway.
That'll be the lowest I can get you until the inbound.
Nothing to see here. Move along.
Karratha NDB and set to 5,000 joules time X-ray.
Moose Kicks, about all the aircraft you'd flown in the sim, what would you like to attempt to fly? I like how you said attempt to fly. I'd love to... Look, guys, this is as much fantasy as we give Airbus. I'd love to give it a go in real life. And sort of, you know, we all love the Spitfire, all love the Concorde, but I'll probably die ending up flying those. Whereas an Airbus will keep me alive. But I'd genuinely love to have a go. Genuinely. Hi, Joss, welcome aboard, buddy. Yeah, better be a bug, would have been a bit low on fuel. Yeah, it's definitely kilos, and it's changed. Fuel check wise, checking Papa Delta. We want to have 3.4 tons, and we just have over 4. So actually, we're saving a lot of fuel. Where's fuel used? Fuel used. No, right in front of me. 2.3. 2.7. Okay, yeah, we saved quite a bit of fuel, but I think that's, to be fair, I think the fuel burn's close. Because A, we're not quite there yet, and B, the taxi fuel is quite... I had 15 minutes, and it was a very short taxi, so we probably saved a couple hundred kilos there as well. Aaron, flat 40 autobrake 3 is quite common. Yeah, we'd use that for really short runways. Are you asking if someone would let you fly a real Airbus? Yeah, I'm sure they'd let me. Who's you, Joe? Is there a full motion Airbus sim you could try? We have one in one of our training centres, but I've sat in it, but I've not fired it up. I'd love to fire it up though, but we don't have one in our training centre. Cheeky little descent there. Right, set descent when ready. 14 miles, so I'll set 130, which was our cleared level.
The RMP uniform runway 08 approach.
Descent 6,000.
Australia.
Cleared out for uniform 08.
Good down there. I have flown into sim. I can Airbus. Stand aside. Sounds good. Really nice out here. Does look fat, doesn't it, the 300? It's so short than the NG. Oh, I missed the overlay, guys. Sorry I wasn't here. XPR. The overlay software is not compatible with the IXEG. It glitches the aircraft. Ooh, nice sounds behind. Love that. Smart. Cool. So we are 5 miles from top of descent, so 130 is set. Will it descend automatically in VNAV? We'll soon find out. Let's see if these altitudes change as well. 27.7, that's well off.
No, that's the exit point for the approach. Definitely 1655.
1655, my apologies, disregard.
Very good. So I'm flying 5 sectors today, this one and 4 in real life. After lunch, I'm going to undisclosed destinations in Spain and in Germany. But the weather, I've looked at the weather forecast. It's nice, settled down a bit. We've had some quite horrible weather in the UK the last few days, and I think Central Europe's had a lot of rain. Oh my god, that would make you feel sick. Look at that dive. That was 0 to 2,000 feet in about 3 seconds. So remember, VNAV is not to be trusted in the Classic, but it's in path at the moment, so we'll just see what it's doing. So you can sort of see, look. Maybe it will aim to be at Papa Delta. Even the arc range, really? 13,000 feet there? How long till touchdown? No, this is not right. 138 miles. We shouldn't be descending.
436.
Just VS 1000. It's doing a really early descent. I think the descent logic and everything's well off.
Karratha Whiskey Golf.
We're just gonna have to do some mental maths, guys.
Flight level 3 clear. 608 RMP via Karratha Whiskey Golf.
Keep speed up.
Flight level 280.
I'm very aware of the time. That's all.
Close. Flight level 380.
Burn a bit of.
Level 380.
Oof, nice. We'll burn a bit of that virtual jet fuel. Love his stubby wings, absolutely. Mitch, obviously, I go for undisclosed. I'm ignoring path here.
Flight 612 Melbourne.
Now it's doing different things. At the Gulf point, it has no estimated altitude.
Report of the holding point for clearance.
4514.
Speed is everything. Perfect. Oh, I can hear dogs downstairs. Sounds like my fiance's back with Dylan and Jack. Look at that.
Minimums.
Is the progress page working correctly? I don't think so. Have a look now, Longcat. I mean, yeah, top of descent. We've started descending really. I don't know what's wrong with VNAV, but we'll just descend old school. In fact, if I can get 130 range rig in. There we are. But yeah, prog page. Oh look, that's massively changed. Look, 9:51. That's better. What did it say before? Wasn't it like 10 past? I can't remember, but that's completely changed. We've still got no estimated altitude for the Alpha Whiskey Golf point. I'm just going to have to do a very inefficient descent at in VS. Yeah, Van Heckis, I also love the stream software for the overlay because it keeps people who've just tuned in updated, you know, where we're going, what time we're landing roughly, but it's just not compatible with the IXEG. But as soon as the stream zone, I'll reinstall it. I just can't use it with the IXEG because it uses the overlay uses XP YPC, which is no longer updated. But it's the only way of doing it. Yeah, it's a bit challenging. Oh, now I've lost. Oh, look, we've got a new top of climb. What's going on? Top of climb. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear.
We're getting there. Karratha.
Oh, I can hear Dylan. That's my fiance's dog barking crazy. Gary, do you like flying the older planes? Absolutely. It's the only chance you get to do it. Although I don't like flying ones that say top of climb during descent, that's all. What's VMO in the IXE, in the 300s?
Reading you 055 is carry wave only, just check your frequency and try again.
We'll do 330, that'll be close enough to the barber's pole. Yeah, Lucas, agreed. And then some, Lucas. It needs desperately looking into because it's not working at all at the moment. But yeah, 130, you know, we use VS. We've lost VNAV guidance now anyway, so we definitely don't want to use it. So miles to touchdown. Well, miles to Whiskey Golf 96, and we're getting there. Oh, hello VNAV. Welcome to the party.
Philippines 223.
It's just, I
I
think that's probably a little bit closer to what we need, but I'm still not trusting it massively. 350 knots. Oh yeah, we could definitely get another 10 knots out of it. Or 335. Oh my goodness, Mike, very generous of you. Thank you very much. £25 donation coming in. Very kind. Thanks, buddy.
Best channel for years. All the best, Captain Smile.
Oh, that's very kind, Spike. Well, thank you, whoever you are, for that very generous donation. And very appreciative of the channel. Thank you indeed. That's very kind. Glad you joined the stream.
Link 8319 is just about to enter the runway 08 RMP uniform. Yeah, reporting inside approximately 1,000 feet above, descending to 4,000.
Very nice.
Looking for
Yeah, James, absolutely. It's just not being maintained. I mean, I think all the devs are full-time. They don't. This is like a bit of a hobby, isn't it? I don't think they're full-time developers. It just needs a bit of tidying up. I wouldn't say it's been abandoned because they obviously updated for X-Plane 12. But when was the last time it saw an update?
July 10 X-ray traffic sighted.
Well.
Link 1655 stop.
Thanks for subscribing there, Luke Hornet. Welcome aboard, buddy.
Descent 6,000, net link 1655.
July Tango X-ray, thanks. Maintain visual separation. Maintain visual separation, July Tango X-ray. Link 1655.
Okay, I'm still not liking what VNAV's saying. You know, it's
Yeah, got the traffic
not
on
accurate, but
6,000,
we're descending like a bullet, you know,
1655.
just below VMO. That's how they all used to fly.
Philippines 223 identified. You're cleared to Perth via bed key flight planning to flight level 350.
Glowing red. Oh, Jack! I've not seen you for a couple of days. Hello. Hello. You've been at
612.
we call it anti-stepmother, don't we? I've not seen you for a few days. It's been looked after because both my fiance and I have been at work. My fiance's mum's been looking after Jack. And you've just come back now, haven't you? You want to say hello to the lovely people whilst we're descending the IXEG? Wait, stay there. Jack, you excited to see me?
Senator, net link
Hello.
1655, can I continue descent?
Hello. Oh, that's my wrist. Jack, what's this here? Here, look. No, he's just having a bit of a sniff around. Jack, here. Say hello to the lovely people. Oh, he's moving my... Oh.
And then at link 1655, descent will be available approximately 5
Good boy. Oh. Oh.
Alpha 73 Alpha descend
Not a good
to
time.
9,000 to Karratha QNH 1009.
9,000 feet to QNH 1009, Alpaca 73 Alpha. See how ridiculous I look. I'm holding my yoga cam. I was talking to ATC. Right, let me just get that set up again. Too much on show today. Right, 9,000 feet. We're not using VNAV today because it's not working. And QNH 1009.
At link 1655, you can descend now at 3,000.
Descend now 3,000, net link 1655.
Vanix, have you tried the Quest 3 already and explain? I've tried it with some games. I actually tried it with War Thunder, but I felt really disorientated with it. Like for me, it wasn't for me. I don't know. I'm getting used to it. I've played quite a few of the games on it, but yeah, VR. I just don't. With certain games where you're sort of stationary, you don't have to. You can stand. I don't mind like running games, things like that, but things where you're having to look upside down and look around you when you're moving, I find really disorientating.
Flight 612, passing through 1,300.
Flight 612, climb flight level 250.
Level 250, flight 612.
Cool. So I'm basically using the green trend vector. It looks like VNAV could be coming back to a little bit more of an accurate profile here, but it's not worked really for descent. Random FSET, I'm thinking about buying the XCG 737 soon. Yeah, I mean the foundations are here, and it's been worked on for years. It needs an update. I think we can't deny that. But once that updates come in, and they've come to just sort of brush up FMS things like that. But you know, if you want to do what I'm doing, fly like a classic jet, at least laterally it's navigating very well. Vertical profile just use with VS and Longcat here, who is a classic pilot, flies the actual 737-300. You know, it was explained to me that VNAV is nowhere near as accurate as it does on the NG, and they don't generally use it. So you know, you can sort of say it's realistic in that respect. But yeah, it's good for that, and it looks great. And a lot of operators still fly this as cargo variants. So yeah.
20 make left turn to Charlie India.
And you know, when you try the default sounds, and you'll very soon realise, no, I want to get a sound pack. But this one is very good. This is a very inefficient descent though, you know, all the thrust up here, 67%, burning 3 tons an hour on the fuel really.
Like 1655 wind century,
belts on.
Runway 08, clean to land, caution, traffic.
Nice to come in a different part of the world. Nice RP approach to try out. Sun setting, very nice.
08 clear to land and roger traffic at the 1655.
Juliet Tango X-ray, we're ready for the approach whenever. Juliet Tango X-ray, roger, you can expect approach approximately time 40. Juliet Tango X-ray. Alpaca 73 Alpha descent to 6,000.
So now altitude 6,000 feet, Alpaca 73 Alpha. 6,000 feet set, VS.
Just now 550 descent to 9,000, Karratha QNH 1009.
So downwind, you ideally want to be 6,000 feet. It's a really nice position. So we're going to aim to put the green banana, or the altimeter range, around the downwind point. But I've got to take into account I need to slow down to 250 knots as well. Longcat, we use it in descent, but quite often it's, oh god, what's it doing now? And you just level change it with manual thrust inputs or use VS, perfect. So sort of in a way, VNAV guys, it's not working correctly, but real 737-300 pilots don't use it, so so for that it's realistic.
180 passing 4,000. That's 180 descent, identified, climb.
On the NG Longcat, do you fly the NG as well, Longcat? Is it just the classic? The NG, obviously VNAV is pretty good. Scenery looks really nice, look at that. Alright, let's start thinking about reducing to 250 knots. Got a lot of parasitic drag at this speed, so it should slow down quite quickly. If not, we can use level change or a bit of drag. Now when the thrust's at idle, in the classic you get the red gear warning lights. Oh, awesome Longcat. Let me know how it compares. Slippy would be the first word that comes to mind when you jump into the NG, from what I've heard in comparison to the classics. So we're just going to go to level change now. So the aircraft's now going to pitch for 250 knots, just to ensure that we get the speed low. Aaron, sorry, remind me, you fly the NG as well. I'm trying to catch up. I think I missed that in chat earlier. I've got some members moderated to actually fly the 737 as well. Catch up. See, I wouldn't know, Longcat. I've not flown the classic, so I know what the NG flies like from level D. Good, so approaching downwind, this is a good position, maybe a smidge high. Let's see what VNAV does when we get onto part, but we're approaching 250 knots now. Yeah, looking good.
Alpaca 73 Alpha descent to 3,000.
So altitude 3,000 feet, Alpaca 73 Alpha. 3,000 feet.
Caution traffic of each craft performing a hold overhead the ND cushion the Karratha NDB maintains 5,000.
Roger, Alpaca 73 Alpha. So there's traffic holding overhead the NDB at 5,000 feet. I think the NDB's over the airfields. A little look here. Yeah, just for all intents and purposes over the airfield. We'll see if we can spot them. So we're obviously going to approach. Where is the airport? Just around 11 o'clock. Can't see it. Yeah, it's a bit hazy. Right, passing 10,000 feet to do the post-cruise checks. Lights, fuel, sufficient.
Just 550 descent to 6,000.
Got 3.6, yeah, we're good. Fuel burn's pretty realistic.
6,000, just stop fast.
Seatbelts on, recall. No, checks complete. So yeah, we're just not using VNav, we just use basic pitch modes.
My navigation cleared, Quebec Charlie India November.
Probably a smidge high, but we've got the speed brake still as available to use. Remember, I want to be at level at 3,000 feet at the India point here. Hoo chum, yeah, I was just explaining, when you have idle thrust on the Classic, the red gear lights illuminates. Great view. I love the little patchwork there as well. Sun setting. Cockpit lighting is... Have they done anything? Because it does seem a little bit... It's still a bit of work.
2 miles from Karratha, Whiskey Golf.
Wilco, Alpaca 73 Alpha. Remind me guys, 2 miles before, not far, so 16.6 we need to advise with our location. So we're going to be very low on profile for now, 3,000 feet, so actually I'll start slowing down soon. So I want to be... It's a little bit more efficient, so I'm just going to go VS 1000, we'll bring the speed back soon. It's a classic plane. Actually, my thrust levers to the actual position.
Climbing on the third to flight level 350, Skyway 62.
Ah, you see that? We're so 5,000 feet, it's 6,000, so there is traffic holding over the airfield at 5,000, but I can't see them. There's the airport, nice short runway. Aircraft just landed and vacated.
Center at least 1655 vacated.
That's Dave.
1655, needs contact Broome ground, 121.47, good day.
Up speed is the green dot, I'd hazard a guess. 1220, start slowing down.
Karratha ground, my apologies, 123.55.
123.55, at least 1655, good day.
It's been a long night.
Oh, friends. Australian friends. Looking good here to be level at 3,000 here. And 6.2 miles for the descent point.
Turn to Skyway.
The up speeds.
Going to request a stop climb at 350 and flight level 370.
Skyway 63.
It's a long bridge. Multiple long bridges.
Long climb, flight level 350 to flight level 370.
What's that down there? Anyone know?
350,
Some sort of military base.
6350 to climb, flight level 350.
Flying flight level 350.
Yes, looking very realistic. Good. Speed's coming back really nicely. What's flat 1 max speed? Is it 2? It's a bit lower. Yeah, the NG flat 1 and 5 is 250. In the Classic, it's 230. So something to be aware of. On the speed brake. Piles of iron ore. Wow. Just coming below 230 knots. It's quite slippy actually. Come on, just get me slightly more below 230. 229, yeah, all legal. Flat 1. Just. I love the little vibrations you get as well with extending the flaps. Got realistic flap sounds as well. The IXEG by default has those awful default X-plane flap extension sounds. And flat 5, 180 knots on base. Looking good, 1 to go. Remember, I'm not flying a CDA today, I want to level off at 3,000. 2 miles from the Karratha Golf Point. Alpaca 73 Alpha.
Alpaca 73 Alpha, roger, cleared. RMP approach runway 08.
Good RMP 08, Alpaca 73 Alpha. Remember, engage brain before mouth. That's the classic thing I say during line training. Party. I just did it. Good, so approaching up 3,000 feet, we do want this level segment, remember?
Performing sector entry hold overhead. VO, correction NDB.
So VNAV now looks okay, but yeah, path information was interesting.
Was at descent 3000 and we are out of caution, the traffic to start 550.
300. Ah, lovely.
3000, thanks, just 550.
A lot of the, I think the sound, some of it's
contact me
where the radar tilts too low. Good, so now guys, if you remember rightly, we're waiting for 6.2 miles, so 2 miles before this for our descent point. We're level at 3000, that's fine. I'm just flying this as per my operator's SOPs. I forgot to set the courses for the approach, but it doesn't matter. I'll set them anyway. Just situation awareness 083.
So it means 223, contact Brisbane radio 129
look at the cockpit lighting with the sun, that looks really nice. 083. Just select flat 40 now. Init ref, where's my landing performance data? It's all in climb. I'm pressing init ref and it's saying pause init. How do I get to the landing? Oh, it thinks I'm on the ground. That's broken. Approach. Yeah, flat 40. That was interesting. Alright, waiting for 6.2 miles now. From the Foxtrot point.
2472 Melbourne, Julia 6 Alpha arrival, runway 06, when ready, descent to flight level 1.
Thanks. Have I screwed up something here? No, I think we're good. Approaching descent, so...
Arrival for runway 06, and when ready, descent to flight level 130.
It was... 600 feet. There we are. And VS 1000. Just missed the descent point. There we are. Good, so we want to cross the Foxtrot point at 1680. About 10. So 2 miles before 232. Yeah, I'm a little bit high. It's my fault. 08 cleared to land Alpaca 73 Alpha. I missed my descent point. That was all. It's the Foxtrot point. We need to be at 1680, but I'll recover this if I go too mental. Completely miss my descent point. 1500 feet. I'm gonna have to drop the gear here. Gear down. Flat 15. What's the speed? 195. Landing checklist. Start switches continuous, recall, check. Speed brake arm green light, landing gear down 3 green, order brake is set to 2, holding on the landing flap. So at the Foxtrot point, which we're passing now, we should be at 1680. We're at 2000. I just missed my descent point, ladies and gentlemen. All good. Flap 25 on 90, so that's fine. 40 our final approach speed. It will come back, but it shouldn't have VS of 1500. But yeah, my descent point I missed by about 3 miles. That's why there's 2 of us. Good, so at 4 miles I need to be at 1360. That is coming back. What do I need for landing flap? 158. Yeah, just about good for flat 40. Good, 2 miles I need to be at 7. 3 miles I need to be at 1040. 3 miles to 1200 feet high, so we can now set 1000. That was very risque by me. Missed approach altitude 2200 feet set. And now I just use VS to manipulate the pappies, but you know what? It's quite slow reacting, so I'm going to disconnect, hand flying out. That was very lucky from me. I screwed that up slightly. Recycle flight directors. 3 reds. Just turn yoke cam on, guys. Try not to level off, now keep ascending. Oh, I was very lucky there. It's quite a strong crossing from the left. 2 reds, 2 whites. Speed. You're doing 140 on right VREF here. Draggy, come on. Checked. Back on target speed, reduce thrust. Don't know what the target thrust is with flat 40 at this weight. Continue. Those pylons not very well placed.
Traffic.
TA should be inhibited at this height. 3, let's check which rate of descent.
Minimum.
Continue. Keep adjusting your pitch, get back on the pappies. Looking good. What's our rate of descent now?
550, accept the hold overhead, Karratha with
Check.
clear and the
Close.
approach runway
Hold the
08,
attitude.
1
Oh, speed brakes up. What a landing. Reverses. 100 knots. He's running to maintain centre line. 80 knots. Manual braking. Try and make the exit. 60 knots. Cancelling reverse. Strike 2. Not enough hands. Oh, there we are. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Karratha. Whoa, that was an interesting approach. I was a little bit late descending. That was completely my fault because I missed my descent point on the chart and the ND. And I started descent about 2 miles too late, but that's why I had to set VS 1500. But landing was superb. Perfect.
Back at 73 Alpha, welcome to Karratha, contact ground 123.55, good day.
123.55. Thank you very much for the 80 this evening. I'll pack a 73 Alpha. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. There we are. We're down. Nicely recovered. Whew, that was an interesting approach though. So yeah, what happened was, I'll just talk you, root cause of what went wrong. I was using this as the descent point, the Foxtrot point. The Foxtrot point's already on the fab look, 1680. And I complete. That's why you double brief this. Hello, craft ground. Just vacated runway 08 on the parallel taxiway.
I'm not considering for Alpha, welcome to Karratha. You can taxi Foxtrot Bravo for any standard choice. Thanks for flying, yeah.
Cheers, buddy. Foxtrot Bravo, standard choice. Outbacker 73 Alpha. Have a great day, mate. Perfect. So yeah, root cause was I just completely screwed up the descent point. So I used the Foxtrot point. Look at that. I was level 2 miles before, and I was about here. See where my mouse cursor is when I started descent. So I set 1500 to recover. Generally, you wouldn't go over 1000, but we were nice and stable by the gate. That was the main thing. So good recovery. But just root cause, make sure you descend at the appropriate time. But the touchdown, check close hold, lovely. Right, transponder off. I want to break off, trim, reset. Yeah, it's an alright add-on. If you look through the wonky VNAV, which in defence to IXEG, VNAV isn't good on this aircraft. Longcat's advise that, but obviously there are issues with the information that's coming in. Oh, these sounds are so good. Hopefully when it just needs an update, it needs a bit of a polish up from the team. If they do that, that'd be great. Otherwise, really nice add-on. How's the sounds, Longcat? I need to monitor where I'm going in here via Bravo. So next, right, Bravo. APU's coming up. What else do I need to do? Probes off. Ah, there we go. Beautiful sunset. Still pressurised, so I can't open the window. Beautiful. Right, let's take stand 2's dash 4. Very good, sure, going to get the sound pack. Yeah, the default sounds on the IXEG are not great. The sound pack just turns this already good add-on into an excellent one. And if VNAV, remember, it's quirky, but it's like flying the classic 727, the Fearless, etc., but with the benefit of an FMC to route laterally, and just utilise level change in VS, like Longcat does when he flies the aircraft for real. Oh, excellent. Excellent sounds. Just one more little rev. Got the config warning, there we go. And here is Karratha. There we are. Right, parking brake set. AP should be available now. It is. Popping on the bus. 2 blues, 1 red, engines are dead. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Karratha.
Minimums, approaching minimums.
Oh, excellent shutdown sound, sir. very bassy. Pete, thank you, buddy. 46 months a member. Thanks to stream. Don't get caught spinning on the way to work. No, I've got plenty of time, guys. I don't need to leave till 10 past 12, and I'm ready to go. So I'm all good. I'm all good. But yes, another crash, we would have had issues, but we timed that well. Ah, the sounds are superb. Beautiful. Right. Turn off lights. Taxi. Sorry I didn't get new Sky up and running. I did have it on, but after the crash I just didn't have time to get it all stabilised. So no hours logged for Alpaca Airways, unfortunately. But superb flight. An awesome sector as well. Let's have a look at some of your comments as well. Explorers Mad, pushing my knowledge as a controller, fun flight, awesome to see the traffic. Thanks for that. Centre, oh, you're most welcome, and great ATC, Explorers Mad. Thank you very much for your service today. And I don't know what time it is for you guys now in Australia. Probably a bit late afternoon, I guess, about 4 or 5 o'clock. But yeah, great service, thank you. Slush Puppies, another leg. Yeah, should we get another sector in? No, I will be pushed to time then. Short sound in the desktop sim is so important for good immersion. Absolutely, I agree. Sound parks are usually worth the money. Absolutely great investment. And as mentioned, thanks to Mango Studios Sound for sending the sound pack over. He's very kindly offered it on discount for all of you viewers and subscribers. So if you use the code FD2S on the Mango Studio Sounds website, you can get it from other vendors, but directly from them you can get 15% off the sound pack until the 28th. You got for three more days. Need a sound mod for Zebo? Yeah, I think the Zebo mods are good though. I quite like them. Longcat, thanks for all your assistance today. It's really helpful too. Agatha, sorry for distraction. I wouldn't have sent the alert, and I realised the phase of flight. What alert was that, Sancta? I missed that. I've just seen it now. He said, hi everyone, don't have anything conveyed. Say, oh, yeah, of course you have anything conveyed. So I want to say, wishing you a wonderful day, evening, night, wherever you are. Well, thank you very much for your comment there. It probably didn't come up, Anctor, because I was hand flying there as well. But yeah, nice landing in the end. Just got myself a bit high. Cool. So that's it for today. I'll end the stream because I do need to go to work, coming up to 2 hours. Thanks again for your patience after the crash. It was supposed in a way it was quite nice to crash before engine start. All I had to do was reset it up. Don't know what caused that, but we completed the flight successfully. Thanks, Muttley. Always learn new things when watching. Thank you very much. Very kind words. Right then, let's get the replay all up and running here in the background then. That's off, that's off. Lock off of that's it. There we go. And turn that one off, and we'll cue the funky replay music. Nice. Hopefully the replay will work, because that was I thought it was going to be quite firm for a split second. Oh wait, no, hold on, don't do that, because it can crash. Need to click. There we go. Let's have a look at that from the outside. Yeah, there's lacking a bit of volume outside, but oh, look at that. I was a little bit off centre line. I could have done with a right rudder, really. But you can see when the runway is dry, and this is why I really like X-Plane. You know, I love Microsoft Flight Simulator, but this isn't modelled very well at all in the sim. But this in X-Plane is. So look at this. I've got a little bit of a crosswind from the right. Okay, sorry, it's coming in from the left. So you can see the aircraft's crabbed, and the runway's dry. So watch what happens as soon as I land. The aircraft immediately points in the direction it's landed at. Look at that, and I immediately have to put right rudder in to maintain centre line, and that behaviour is incredibly realistic, along with the inputs I'm making, which is the value in this simulator. The takeoff and landing physics are really, really good. I don't think you get any better in any desktop simulator. And Microsoft Flight Simulator is alright, it's not bad, you have to make similar inputs, but the aircraft behaviour is a lot more realistic in this sim. Oh, look at that sunset. Coming out the sun. Like orange. I thought I was going to smash that down at one point. Oh, I can't even see my buttery landings in the sun. Oh. I think there's something to do with the engines not running properly. Oh no, the engine sounds aren't running. Let's just do one from the tower view. Oh, the reversers are out during the flare. It's just an issue with the replay, guys. Oh, it actually worked, the controls. Superb. Very, very nice indeed. Look at all the grubby APU at the back. Cool. Right then, I'll pop you into the wing view so you can enjoy the approach from that perspective. It's very nice. Just cycle the reversers, which seem to work during the replay, although they don't. Ignore the fact the reversers deployed in flight. That is not realistic. Are these salt fields here or something? Not sure. Anyway, that's it for today, guys. Thank you very much for tuning in. Nice to do a stream at a slightly different time for my friends in mostly Australia and that part of the world to watch live. Thanks to Mango Studio Sounds for the sound pack as well. As mentioned, it is available for your IXEG 737-300 now, and there is a discount available until the 28th, 15% if you use the code FD2S in the store. So thanks to them, and yeah, nice add-on. You know, hopefully they'll get an update with the IXEG soon, so that improves. But thanks to everyone's donations, very generous to all of the members for your continued support, to all the regular viewers and subscribers. Thank you very much for popping in. Next stream will be in a few days, so I'm flying. Long days with not much time to stream in the morning beforehand, so I'll see you probably end of the weekend next week. Take care, guys. Bye bye.